So it's 1-1.
It hurt me when you ventured in the group chat. You get me? I was laughing as well.
1-1.
Yeah. So what? It's your boy, Bits and Bobs. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Please, if you're watching this back and watching it now, please let us know what city, what country you're watching from. This is the United Podcast. It's a new show every Wednesday evening. Myself and my co-host Rachel, my other co-host Ivorian Spice, and my final co-host Beeks from Beeks Corner. Everyone, how are you doing? You okay?
Bless, bro. I'm good, guys. Hey, hope you guys gonna enjoy the show because we're about to get cracking. Get me.
Trust me. Just before we go on, Rachel, where can people find you? Rep your channel.
So First 11. YouTube channel.
Big up. Spice, what about you, man?
Obviously, you can find me on Red United TV on the YouTube and also on Instagram as well. You know, I'm just like you, boss, YouTube content creator and that, and just like everyone else.
Come on. And finally, Cisco in the corner. What we saying?
This guy, it's your boy Beeks. Bro, you know I ain't done that for a minute. Yeah, you know how it is. Catch me on Beeks Corner on YouTube, Instagram, all of that. But everywhere, you get me. So yeah, man.
Big up. Bless up. Guys, listen, let's just have a good show, and let's get into it. But before we get into the agenda, Spice, I'm coming to you first, man. Director of football, technical advisor. Some are saying it's Del Boy and Rodney. Some are saying it's the Choco Brothers. Do you know what I'm saying? Some are saying our bad boys, Mike Larry. You know what I'm saying? So what do you think, man?
To be fair, it is a good news in terms of what we've received in terms of who's been appointed, because we've been waiting a very, very long time for a director of football. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's been almost 2 to 3 years, like the longest job vacancy I've ever seen in life. You know, you can't have a vacancy that's been posted for 2 to 3 years, and we still don't know where it was, whether it was on Gumtree, LinkedIn, Man United career site. Now that it has come, guys, it's like this. Like, we've hired Darren Fletcher, and what's the other guy's name?
John Murder.
See what I'm saying? Nobody know who the hell he is. Like how are we hiring people that are already within the club and we promote them up when we needed someone that has experience with world-class abilities? And then you have Woodward just lapping it up and trying to milk it. Woodward just takes us for people who woke up early in the morning and went through their emails and saw an email that said, "Hello, I'm the Prince of Nigeria, Prince of this first. I have $1 million. Please, can you send me your UK account so I can access the money and share it with you?" And we're going to be like, "Oh, shit, yeah, I believe that. Give you the money." Nah, at the end of the day, I'm not a fool. We are all not fools, you know. We're not fools. I'm not a fool with this because we expected a world-class director of football. You know, you had 2 to 3 years to do this properly, and then you bring in Darren Fletcher, who we didn't know who was in the club in December doing things behind the scenes, and then became a coach, and then at the end of the day becomes a technical director. That's nepotism at its finest, you know. But guys, I'm happy, but I'm not happy. I'm not. You get what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying because obviously it just came out of nowhere, isn't it? It was like the Van der Beek deal. Just like, yeah, we're going to sign him. And for me, I've seen all the group chats. I've seen people go back and forth. I thought to myself, it's either two things, This was always going to happen. You know, this was the introduction. So, but then the other part of it, I'm thinking, is Woodward just getting people that he thinks they're going to listen to me because he pays them? Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
Rich, what are you thinking?
I think the fact that we've made steps forward in having the correct structure at the club is positive. And if it means Ed Woodward is stepping away from footballing matters, then that's always a positive as well. But I think Matt Judge is still the chief negotiator, if I remember correctly.
No, new title, you know, director of negotiations. So I've never heard of that, but go on.
Yeah, but as I said, I can only hope that it will be better and it will take the club forward, because there's no point me being negative about it now. We just have to see how it goes.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, right? And I see the comment there, Mark One. Thanks for your message. Give the guys a chance before badmouthing them. The fan bases are shocking. Look, we're not bad mouthing them. We're asking why them. You like Spice said, as an internal promotion, cool. But say to us why them. I'm playing devil's advocate here.
Mhm.
You could say Darren Fletcher has won so many trophies with Man United. He knows what it's like to play for Man United. Facts. Okay, so say to me that he knows what it's like to play for Man United. He understands the mentality, the knack, what you need, the attitude and stuff. Because people forget, when you play for Man United, it's not just on the pitch, it's off the pitch how to conduct yourself. Okay, the John guy can't really say too much because I don't know him too tough. Beeks, man, what are you saying?
Yeah, I hear what everyone's saying, innit? Do you get me? I hear what Spice is saying. I hear what Rachel's saying. I've actually done research in it, and it's not like I'm here to say I'm here to defend. Just hear me out, innit? Do you understand what I'm saying? Man United fans, hear me out. Now, I'm a person. If you know, innit? When we do the wrap up, when we do Beats Corner, when I come on Bob's show, I'm very vocal. Now, let me be careful. I want to keep it PG. Cool. So the thing is, hear me out, guys. The thing is, Man United have woken up and they've gone, oh, cool, we need a director of football. I think what's happened here is that this has been in the pipeline for quite some time.
Yeah.
And we have to understand the likes of Darren Fletcher and Rio Ferdinand's name were popping up as people to take over as a director of football 3 years ago. Okay, so obviously they hired Darren Fletcher to be in the in and around the club, in the academy, and all sorts, and just to oversee and see what's happening. That's happened now, and it looks like they've promoted him. I haven't got a problem with them promoting him. And people are asking, what kind of qualifications do you need in order to be a DOF? What we have to understand, man has to learn as he goes. Do you understand what I'm saying? And alongside, they've hired John Murtagh, who was at Everton as well. He's learned the ropes as well. He's got some quite of experience, should I even say? And it looks like he's the man. Him and Fletcher are going to be the footballing guys going into these negotiations. When it comes to wrapping up these players. Alongside with, I think Matt Judge is still there. Obviously, he'll be the one with the numbers and whatnot. It's still going to happen. Yes, we're still under Woodward, but what we have to understand is that there is structure now. The one thing we have been screaming for is from every Man United fan, and no one can lie about this, is that we've just been asking for structure. Structure is here now. We have some fans who are complaining. I mean, you can't have everything at once, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
My only problem is that Woodward is still there. Do you get what I'm saying? The Glazers are still there. So no matter what, there's always going to be some sort of problem. There's going to be some sort of element of dissatisfaction. But the fact that we are trying to move forward is progress. So I think we should give them a chance, but don't put your whole faith into these people because they'll slap you back down to reality. Just take time. Let's analyze. And it doesn't happen overnight as well, guys. It's going to take 2 or 3 years. You understand what I'm saying? So that's where I stand in the whole situation with how this club is being run. Because let's face it, this should have happened years ago. I'm talking I'm talking right after Fergie. This should have happened ages ago. These men are waking up and they're realizing, oh shit, we're falling behind now. You're damn right. You understand? If Fletcher don't do a good job, just know that someone will go there and replace Fletcher. At least now we have a DOF. That's all I can say to it. As for Glazers and Ed Woodward, you already know what I'm going to say anyway. So I'm not even going to say it on here. I'm going to put it on the group chat.
All right, cool. Well, listen. At the end of the day, Darren, John, good luck. We hope you do it. You know what I mean? This is what we want. We've got structure. Like Beeks said, we have it now. Okay, so let's see what happens. I think for a majority of fans, like Beeks said, guys, okay, brilliant. Let's go. Let's see what happens. Are we getting Haaland and Sancho? We'll see. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Listen, it seems so far away, yeah, but obviously, I just want to touch briefly on the Man City win. You know, obviously, we won 2-0, goal in each half. Bruno, penalty, obviously, and Luke Shaw. What I really want to dissect on that, right, very quickly, Spice, I'll come to you first, yeah.
Go true.
Were you surprised how we played and how deep Bruno was?
First of all, I'd like to say that I was never surprised that we was going to play counter-attacking football against the Big Six. That's just common. I was surprised that he actually finally Ollie grew some balls and told Bruno to like, listen, big man, it's a big game. You need to step back a bit. You know, I'm actually pleased that he told that. You know, and I was surprised that Bruno actually dropped deep to help support the team. I'm not surprised about the way Ollie set the team up. Play Magdalov and McFred and all that stuff in the midfield to protect things. The only thing I was surprised about is how Magdalov was a bit advanced forward in the line. I was thinking, right, you know, Eric Bay's not playing, you know. You're taking risks, but all right. I like that. I like that. So, yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised with all these tactics. I'm just surprised that Man City didn't do nothing.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
we will come to that. Beeks, I'm seeing you nodding your head, yeah. Like, I think a lot of people were shocked we didn't see Bailly, and a lot of people were shocked how high we were defending, because we know Milk turns faster than Lindelof and Harry Maguire. Do you know what I'm trying to say to you?
Telling you, like.
And that's not even me criticizing them. That's me saying, like, pace is not one of their strongest attributes. So, I mean, Beeks, what's your 2 cents on it, man? Because, like, Bruno played differently. I don't care what anyone says, and that's what I saw.
But he still plays shit to me, though. I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to be honest. He still plays shit to me. He got the goal. He still plays shit. That's him. You get me? That's like a good-looking guy that doesn't know nothing in the club, but he says, I still got numbers, though, at the end of the night. Simple as. I done my thing.
Listen, exactly. I done my thing. You know what the problem is that in this generation, numbers is a killer, man. Like, people are not watching the ball, but yeah, it's such a killer. The thing with Bruno, he's just been so effective for United. We just expect him to perform every game. I just want Bruno to turn up in the big games. Like Spice said, he didn't turn up in that game. He just he just did what he had to do. You understand what I'm saying? He did his job. He got the ball. Cool. And he did it, he played his part. In terms of that win, yeah, it's very sweet. I was happy with that win. Was I surprised with the way we played? No.
Why not?
Because United are always going to set. You know what it is, yeah? Out of every team in the league, right? United are set up the best way when it comes to Man City. Are set up the best way. Are tactically set up so good that Pep loses it. Like, he only has one way of playing against Man United, and already Ollie snuffed him out. Do you get what I'm saying? That's why I credit Ollie. It's just one of them things. Like I said it on the wrap up the other week, and I said, look, he made 2 mistakes, Pep. Yeah, having Cancelo play rather than Walker in order to nullify the pace up front for in terms of Rashford, Martial, and James. You didn't have Kyle Walker start that, so why just put your ego and pride aside and say, all right, cool, I'm going to pay Man United some respect here and whatnot. The man said, I'm going to do it my thing. I'm going to do my way. I'm not going to listen to no one. And another thing, he didn't start Foden. For me, had Foden start that game, bruv, I'm personally saying it's going to be a different outcome, because Foden came on. I think it was 75th minute, bro. I said, this guy is a demon, bruv. This is David Silva all over again. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's the last thing I want. But other than that, he don't want that smoke. That's why we tucked them in. Yeah, all right, you're cool. You beat us at OT in the League Cup. Hold tight, you. That's great. That's your trophy. I don't really. That's I would want a trophy. I'm not gonna lie to you, but yeah, you did your thing. But in the league, you can't really. You're moving kind of like a pussy now, bro. You know what I'm saying? You are a pussy, and you gotta wake up now. Like, you're letting Ollie do that to you, G. You should be embarrassed, G. That's embarrassing, man. Come on, what the hell? Nah.
Our very own avocado, obviously. delightfully delicious looking.
Hey.
Rach, listen, hey, shoot your shot. Sometimes you shoot, you score, sometimes you miss, right? Shout out to
Get me.
Sentiment FC. Rachel, obviously, me and you were talking before this game, right? And we were both, doing the Hail Marys, the Our Fathers, and like, we were saying like, well, I was telling you like, oh, I don't really know what's gonna happen, and then obviously now you're my routine now. Message you before a game. Hopefully we win. What were you thinking? Bring it to light. Obviously the conversation we're having. Obviously your thoughts before the game and obviously after it, because we messaged each other like, whoa.
Yeah, that's full of dread. Well, the way we started was really good. We pressed really well, pressed really high up, and we actually pressed correctly as a unit, which was really good for us. No one was, half-assing it sort of thing and letting people get the ball past them and break the press really quickly, and that was great. I think Pep's biggest mistake was that he didn't play Fernandinho more so than Foden or Kyle Walker, because he was the one that would counter press, and Rodri doesn't do it as effectively as Fernandinho. So that was like Pep knows that we're going to be pressing them, that we're going to be playing, to counter attack them, and he didn't play Fernandinho. It doesn't even make sense in doing that. So I think there's a level of either arrogance there that he thought he didn't need his best counter presser in the game. It was his mistake. It cost him personally. He shouldn't have done that. But overall, I think we defended very, very well, forced them into wide areas, and it's their weakness really.
Yo, hold tight, Uncle Lord in the cut saying Beeks looking like Big Worm. Smokey, I don't want to kill you.
We got Laurie.
Yeah, do you know what? Like, look, 100%. But Pep always does this, guys. I know it's a United podcast, but they always do. He always does this. Like the big games, he overthinks it, right?
Yeah. Especially in those big Champions League games where he does a madness, plays this place and this way, changes formation. Pep cracks under pressure sometimes, especially in the big games. I'm not going to lie to you. You're right, Bobs, Bobs,
Leon, right? Leon,
yeah,
a simple, ordinary Leon that had flipping Depay. Not listen, big up to Depay here.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not like he's, you know what I mean? He's not pushing down mountains, bro. Do you know what I mean? You're Man City, you dominate possession, you penetrate the ball. In these big games, and it's not just with Man City. Let's go back to Bayern Munich. You need to remember this. Like
I remember that Bayern Munich versus Barcelona.
Yeah, exactly. He went with some random, ridiculous tactic. He overthinks it. We know you're a genius, but sometimes less is more, right? Do you know what I'm trying to say to you? Listen,
that's why Pep's a pussy.
That's a great segue, right? That's a great segue. Shout out Gunner in the building.
Don't worry, tell Gunner I'm coming for him, because I saw the comment as well. Don't worry, I'm coming for you. After the show, I will have you up.
Thing is here, guys, right? Beeks is saying, right, that Pep's a pussy, all right? But Ollie's head-to-head against Pep, I think it's like 4 or 5 out of 8 that he's won. So he's won half, 50%, yeah? He's got more wins against Pep than Mourinho does. He's got a better percentage anyway. So what is it? Is it that Ollie in the big games he comes correct, or is it because the way we play, Man City fall into our trap? I can't believe I'm saying that. Obviously Pep lost. Pep fell for Ollie's trap. What do you think, guys?
I tell you what, whenever he plays Pep, it's because Ollie likes to wear condoms. That's it. He protects himself and goes out there and says, you know what? Man's going to wear 2. I'm not going to wear Durex because my dick is too small for that. I might wear something else. Not Magnum. Get me? Not Trojan. Can't do that.
Oh, my gosh.
No, why should I? Because in the big games, he protects. He plays a defensive way. He counterattacks.
Yeah.
He knows that Pep's going to attack. He knows Pep's really well, and he's beaten him a couple of times. So he knows how to handle Pep. It's just Pep himself that hasn't realized that. You're getting schooled by your little brother,
Rach, I see you shaking your head.
I'm just laughing at the comment. Sorry.
What's your thoughts, Rachel? I mean, does he bottle it against Ollie? Like Spice said, has he got too much protection on? Does he just need to let it slide a little bit? I mean, come on, talk to me.
No, I think Ollie just knows how to play against Pep, and I think a lot of people that have had success against Pep have played the way we play against Pep at Pep's Man City. I think we just know how to defend against them, and if you work as a unit and you keep your concentration, usually you can beat Pep sides that way. What happens is if you try, you can't go toe to toe with Man City.
Right?
It's as simple as that.
100%,
They've got much better
100%.
football players than everyone in the league. Much better squad, great individuals, great together. They're well drilled, so you can't go toe to toe with them. You'd have to be exceptional to go toe to toe with them. So why would you risk it? So I don't think there's a problem with Ollie going defensive against them because we can't go toe to toe with them. If you imagine McTominay and Fred trying to go toe to toe with Gundogan and Fernandinho, it doesn't make any sense. Our players can't even pass the ball, but they are exceptional passers. Do you know what I mean? It's simple. Like you can't do that with our team. We don't have the players to go toe to toe. So I know a lot of United fans want to. I know they want to school Pep and beat him at his own game kind of thing, but we don't have the players to do that. So yeah, there's nothing wrong with us counter-attacking and like sort of defending a little bit more against Pep's teams. I know people don't like it, but it's effective and it's how we get the points. So there's nothing wrong with it for me.
You said the word there, effective. Okay. Now, for me, this is a nice segue to Bruno and McFred, right? And for me, I want your opinions, guys. Spice Man. McFred, we all know their capabilities, but some games they have some great games, And like Rachel said that, we all he knows how to play big games. Is it worrying that we need both of them to play?
It is worrying because it just means that if we're going to play them, we're not going to be playing on the front foot. Like it is always going to be worrying when you see McFred playing. Like all we want is just one holding midfielders and two number 8s who can just keep the ball. Because you can't go like this forever, especially in the rest of the big games. Because this was the first time we've won our top 6 game. This is the first win. And I'm just shocked that it's Man City because I never want to watch a Man City game against Man United. I always hope that I wake up the following day, like on a Monday, and pretend that I've never seen the match. Because I always get scared when we play City. But you can't play like this in the big games all the time, playing two holding midfielders, even when you're at home, even when you're away. You have to at times be brave, And we're Manchester United, and I think Ollie keeps forgetting that, even though he's played for the team, that we're Manchester United. We shouldn't be afraid. We should never be afraid and hold back on what we do, especially in midfield. And it hurts me when I see those two because I know that, ball retention is going to go off the pitch when I see those two because that's how it's always been. You don't keep the ball. And you already know that. And you're like, McFred's playing. There's no creativity going forward. We might not get any chances going forward. The strikers won't get an opportunity. I don't even know what I can say about that, to be honest.
Spice, I know what you're saying, Spice. I hear what you're saying, yeah. And there's a comment by Mac One, and also we want to try and engage with the guys in the comments. Agenda against Ollie, win, lose, or draw, Spice. Why not credit? Why we all say we need players and short and quality depth, yet look where we are. What would you say to that, Spice?
Listen, win, lose, or draw, I always give credit. It doesn't matter. Like Ollie deserves. I'll congratulate Ollie for getting it right. Yeah, but that's the first time he's got it right this season against the top 6. Yeah, I will remember that. You have to remember that, guys. It's really important to remember that. But he deserves his credit. He's gonna get his flowers. Well done, Ollie. You've done everything that you can, but get it right again the next time. We're all behind him. Don't get it twisted. No one sits here and be like, you know what? Yeah, I just want us to lose for this man to lose his job. Yeah. No one sits here and says that. No, we want to win. We just want the best for our club. That's it. Simple as.
Yo, Cisco, I mean, what do you think, McFred? I mean, is it the tong, or what we say?
Look at you 6 ago, I had to look at properly and understand that. What?
Well, yeah, this guy. Don't worry. I'll deal with you later.
Hey, Beeks, you should have worn a black do-rag so we would have thought that was your hair or something like that.
I purposely wore this so he can throw his little jabs because I want to give him a little bit of ammo. Yeah, listen. See Fred, yeah. Look, Let me just be brutally honest.
Just be brutal, bro. There's no agenda. You're just giving your opinion.
He's not Brazilian, is he? He's
from Angola.
I don't know where he's from. I need to see your passport. I need to see how old you are because you don't really do anything for me, right? Like, there's a period where Fred was like doing bits, and I was like, yeah, cool. But then now it's just like, yo, Fred, I need more G. What really annoys me from Fred is how many times he gives the ball away in a game. That really irritates me. But moving on from that, I just feel like we don't have the personnel in midfield, and this is why Ollie. I might sound like I'm defending him, but this is why Ollie goes with the likes of Fred and McTominay, because when they both play, they complement well with one another. We don't have a player who's an out-and-out DM to clear up things like an Ndidi or like a Rice or
Facts
or like a Basuma, because those are the type of players that I believe Manchester United should be looking for. Do you understand what I'm saying? If we were to get that type of signing into the club, things will now be moving a whole lot differently. But we don't have that, and this is why we'll always end up playing with the likes of Fred and McTominay. With the big games is great, but when you're playing them against like your Sheffield Uniteds and whatnot, West Brom, it's not needed. G, like Spicer, we're Manchester United. We really need to take this and show. We really show that why we're Manchester United. Like, we're one of the biggest clubs in the country, let alone in Europe. Do you understand what I'm saying? So we need to spread our wings and show man who are boss, innit? Do you get me? And when we haven't been really doing that. Like, look at the points. We're 11 points behind City, or I think it's 14 now since they played since they won their game tonight. And look, it's annoying, but at the end of the day, we really need to step it up, man, because I don't want to see this club just be settling for top 4 or whatnot. That's all long, G.
Yeah.
I want to be challenging. And we're close to that, man. And look, Ollie's got 12 months on his contract. Just let him breathe, innit? Just let him do his thing. I think, look, the fact that structure's in place, we're going to somehow get a new manager who's going to take over and just lead us to a new direction. But for now, we just gotta ride it out, man. Look, we're second in the league, innit? Do you get me? By a miracle, I keep saying, because boy, I don't know how we're second, innit? You know, that man's there.
All these great coaching, man.
Yeah, I mean, if that's what you want to go by, you want to play devil's advocate, like you can go. Yeah, you want to play devil's advocate. But when this comes off, you're gonna be saying, you're gonna be saying something else. Do you get me? So you can carry on playing devil's advocate. Bobs, I know how you are.
I'm just saying, you know, I mean, the coaching staff have coached their way to second so far. And look, you know what, Rachel, I'm not gonna.
Or the players have paid themselves to second. It could be like that as well.
It's a bit of that as well.
No,
Yeah, but like, you know what,
Rachel,
I know your ins and outs on Fred and stuff, right? Because I see people tweet. I see your tweets and stuff. So I'm gonna ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
Is it because we don't have any midfielders at the club that are good at retaining possession that we play the way we play?
Partly, yeah. It is. It's a massive problem because a lot of the patterns that people claim not to see are broken down in midfield. So we do, like, it's hard because...
Let it out, Rachel. Just let it out. Come on.
No, because you know what it is? Tactically speaking, a lot of people do say that Ollie has no tactics, we have no system, blah, blah, blah. We do have tactics. We do have a system, a way of playing football, but it is broken down literally because of our midfielders. Every time. When you have two midfielders or two players in the central areas of the pitch that constantly give the ball away, that invite pressure onto our defense, I don't understand how people can expect Ollie to play this incredible football when we haven't got basic level midfielders on our team.
Is it Ollie's fault though?
No.
Mr. Devil's advocate over here. Is it Ollie's fault that the players can't pass 5 yards?
No, if you can't pass the ball 5 yards, that's a you problem. That's not a manager problem.
You can always coach it though.
What?
A little jab there from Spice.
What?
That's
You
a joke
can't,
right there, you know.
you can't coach that though. If you can't make a simple pass, then that's a player problem. You pass when you're in. What do you think we do in training? Do you think we just stand there
Tell stories.
like
Tell stories about 1999. I stick my leg out and the ball
Oh
went
my
in, and yay, we're champions.
Yo,
I don't think we
I wanna
train.
ask the question, yeah.
Of course we
I wanna ask the
train.
question. Do you feel that the changes announced today is going to change anything at the club, or will it be the same old being so far? Yeah, Laurie, man, we touched on this earlier. So basically, we think that it's some form of structure. Okay, there's been appointments being made. We hope that obviously that the stuff that they do now going forward, it makes Man United be more better run. Because if you template off the bigger clubs, Barcelona, Ajax, Bayern Munich, they have all this kind of structure. We can't say anything because they've not done anything yet. You know, so we need to just hold tight and see what going basically and see. Okay, let's see what happens. Don't get me wrong. If we get Haaland and Sancho, some of us are going to be flying their flag. Do you know what I mean? But until then, we're keeping it real. Okay, guys. One player I went viral for. I said we should sell Martial, right?
Yeah.
Because I think that at the time he wasn't really playing well. He's not been playing well. Let's be honest. He's not really been playing well. And against City, great performance. Another reminder to us, right, that he's a great player, right? However, guys, I understand players go out of form, on confidence and stuff. Just very briefly, why did Martial play well against City? Spice, I'll go to you first.
To be, it could be many things. He could have been in the mood, or for some people, his attitude was right in that game, because there's always an attitude problem when it comes to us. Yeah.
Us black players, yeah.
Yeah, it's us black players, innit? I just thought on that day he was in the mood. He knew that Cavani won't be playing, and he knew that it was his time. And I'm sure that every player is always in the mood when it comes to a big game. So definitely, and he had a point to prove against Manchester United fans, our own fans. He had a point to prove.
That's the reason why. One moment, Spice. Hold that. Black one, yeah, bro. Who is disrespecting to Ollie right now? Because
no one.
All I'm hearing is that we've gave him his flowers. Okay, we've said he's doing a good job right now. I even said he's coached. So what's the disrespect, my friend? Because I don't know what we're saying wrong. We're not disrespecting here. We're all behind him. We all want Man United to win. So sorry, Spice. Continue, man.
Yeah, man. As I was saying, yeah, he was just in that mood to do something against Manchester City, and he was on point. He was on point. You know what he done in midfield against. I don't know. Was it Rodri? The kick up, turn, flip,
yeah.
Left him for dead.
Disgusting, right?
He was just about this, man. He really wanted it in that game. That's what I thought of Martial, and that's what really I think he's just. What do you say? What you call it? Ginger his swagger. So he wanted to ginger. Yeah. That's what it is with Martial.
Rach, what are you thinking? Beeks, I'll come to you after this, right? But Rach, what are you thinking? Do you think it was the case that he knew he was going to play, or do you think he thought enough's enough? Oh, is he fully fit? You know, the reason I'm asking these questions is because he hasn't really had a good time this season. So, because all of a sudden we have a 50, 60 million pound striker up front, shrugging man off. Do you know what I mean? So, what is it, Rach?
So with Martial, I think the problem is with our whole front three, because when you look at the way our front three play, they're very central. They take up positions where they're basically stepping on each other's toes. And Bruno's part of that as well. Bruno's very, very far forward. So he often occupies the same areas as Martial when Martial likes to drop deep. So in the City game, as you guys touched on, Bruno played a little bit deeper at times. So that means that Martial gets to operate in the areas that he likes to operate in without Bruno being there. And then he gets to do what
he wants to do. Are you saying Bruno's problem?
No, it's not. It's not Bruno being a problem. Basically, it's the way our front three play, because they like to come centrally, and Bruno's there as well. You find Bruno often goes into wide areas a lot. Yep. You notice he tends to go onto the left side a lot. Yep. And then you find Rashford and Greenwood in the central areas, and they constantly stepping on each other's toes every single time, and it causes a problem. There's a lack of movement on their part as well. So Martial has to go to wide areas to try and get the ball, or he comes even deeper to get the ball. It's a problem within our front three. It's not. I know it's easy to target Martial because he doesn't score the goals, but the front three issue, it's a problem for all of them. It's not just one player for me. It's a whole front three issue, and Martial does suffer for it.
Rachel, what I will say to that, yeah, which you made a very, very valid point. Obviously, we got the likes of Martial getting man of the match. I'll only say it's because City played a highlight. City will play a highlight and it's calm. Like,
do you think so? Do you really think so?
Right.
Yeah. Look, listen. I was the biggest advocate for Martial in it. Yeah. And sometimes you need to be brutally honest in order to make sure that, like you. How can I say? I'm trying to speak things into existence, innit? Do you get me? I want people to look me in my eyes and say, and I want people to understand what I'm saying. I want goals. I don't want a Firmino, bro. I don't want someone who's just gonna play and just be there, just to earn. You know how much money Martial is earning at Manchester United Football Club, and you are not, bro. Like last season, you did a madness, you know, and then all of a sudden, you just like what the Martial's problem is consistently being inconsistent. So if that makes sense, one season you're doing a madness, the next season it's like you've forgotten how to even play football. Yeah, bro, let's scrap that, man. Like there's strikers out there, like in terms of Haaland and whatnot, bro. If we can get someone like him, it's peak. Do you get me? It's so peak. So I think that game, maybe like Spice said, maybe he woke up and was feeling it. I don't know, but for me, I'm just looking at him like City. Look, it's not very easy, but when you got a striker like Martial, it's central. I hear what Rachel's saying. Players like to come into that central position, especially Bruno and whatnot. It just allowed him to do what he had to do when Bruno dropped back. And you being DA, Rachel's not saying Bruno's the problem. What she's saying is that there's just a lot of players that occupy that central position. Yeah. I just want someone who's not going to be. I don't want a striker that's always going to be trying to play deep, bro. I just want you to go there and get goals. Do you understand what I'm saying? I just want a 9, bro. That's it. Like United have grown up watching 9s in terms of Ruud van Nistelrooy's and your Wisers and whatnot. Like, bro, I just want a striker, bro. That's all I want. Like Martial can stay at the club.
Can I say something? Can I ask you a question? Even if we get a top striker, what makes you think that they will do well? Because look, Martial's not the only striker that's actually struggling. You have Greenwood struggling. Cavani's only got the same amount of goals as Martial, 7.
But that's
the only person that's doing well is Marcus Rashford, and he's not even performing well.
Spice, that's with Cavani. That's with less games. And think about the opportunities he's had. I know there's some clear-cut chances that Cavani should have had loads of goals, like a bit more than 7. But if you watch it in hindsight, bro, Cavani bags. You understand what I'm saying? Cavani bags. Another problem is that we don't have wide players who would deliver. It only as in like Shaw, who's actually been stepping up and saying, you know what, I'm going to start playing, being offensive, whipping balls in to see what can actually happen. Wan-Bissaka is not an attacking fullback. So that means that right side is still still a problem for us. So we still need to get a wide player we still need to get a right winger, which is another thing. That's another priority. Obviously, defense, I can talk about defense later on, but if we get a striker in, at least we know someone who's going to be there in that position when an opportunity comes, will score. I'm not saying Martial don't do that, but he doesn't do it often enough for me. And I believe he needs to kick up the backside. Look at the way Manchester United ended up getting Telles, and all of a sudden, Luke Shaw's turned into Roberto Carlos, bro.
But then Beeks, I hear what you're saying, right? We got Cavani on previous. We had Zlatan, Lukaku. Martial didn't slap. So
again, that's probably
I'm adding to it. So, let's say it. You know what? Let's just talk about Haaland, right?
Yeah.
Guys, we were supposed to get him. Apparently, he was in the group chat. Ollie, who came down to Carrington, he was like, "Yeah, he's coming on Tuesday, lads." We all read the same thing. Yeah. Hold tight, Haaland, because we're seeing what he's doing now, right?
Yeah.
He's literally Drago in flipping football books. Literally. 'Cause
Viking.
this guy is like, you know when you create a play on FIFA and it's like 99 strength, 99 everything.
Make him tall as well.
Do you know what I'm saying? he is doing a madness right now, right? And I just think to myself, as an honest fan, why does he come to us? Is it just me? Because I want him.
Do you know what it is? As mad people may think, yeah, all right, cool. There's no pulling power. As mad as this might sound, yeah. Manchester United is still Manchester United. No matter what, it's crazy because in the last 10 years or 9 years, whatever you want to call it, yeah. Obviously, we're not the same. Do you understand what I'm saying? But I think players still want to not want to come, but I think there's some players out there who want to be the players that are part of a project and said, do you know what? We got Manchester United back to where they actually belong. We were part of that.
Yeah.
Do you get me? There's some like this is why I think I can't remember who I was speaking to this about. The likes of Pogba, when you analyze the whole situation, yeah. Yes, his agent is dead, and we all know the type of agent he has. But this is a player now that if I'm looking around the whole globe, where do I go? Do I go Barcelona, who haven't got P's, they can't afford him? Real Madrid are in a position where, look, they've spent so much, they don't even know what type of player they want. Then you got the likes of PSG. All right, cool. There's a possibility there. Does he want to go back to France? Maybe. Will it happen? I doubt it. Look at the other top clubs around him. Does he go Bayern? No, Bayern ain't going to splash that cash. Juve, probably. Juve going to try come here and say they want to part exchange, and Man United are probably going to say no. It's just one of them things. So if I'm Pogba, what is that? What do I do then? I'm going to sign the contract and make sure that we fulfill this project, this so-called project that was promised to him in the first place.
True.
With the whole new structure that's in place, maybe, just maybe.
Why did you say it like that? A whole new structure. Like it was Aladdin.
Because it is. It's a whole new structure. This thing is brand new. This is a brand new structure.
It's brand new, man.
Brand new. So I just feel like, look, players like Haaland might want to give it a go and say, do you know what? Bun this. I believe I'm going to be the player to be part of this, to take Manchester United back to the top. And it's possible, bruv, because it's not just a club, bruv. This is a global this is global. This is Man United. Are you dumb? This ain't no Man City thing, G. Like,
Rich, what are you thinking?
Come on, man.
We're global. Haaland. Yeah, I mean, can we do it with the whole new structure? You know? And
how much do you think we're going to have to spend
whole
on
new
Haaland?
structure, yeah. That everyone's on a work experience. Yeah, cool.
How much do you think we'd have to spend to get Haaland if we got him this summer?
Do you want me to be honest, yeah? God's honest truth. Minimum, with the pandemic and all, do you know what? Yeah, hear this. I think 100 million might do it.
Okay, so if we spend 100 million on Haaland, do you think we're getting any other players? Do you think we're getting a centre back or a central midfielder or a right winger that we really need?
So this is the thing, yeah.
Because I don't. So.
I don't know. You got me there, you know. You know.
I was like, raw.
You see, Rachel, yeah. See, Rachel, I can't allow that. I can't allow you to just kill the excitement.
No, I don't believe in them. I don't believe
I know.
the funds available to go and spend 100 million on
hear what I'm saying, though.
I'm with Rachel, though. I don't believe Man United no more in the press.
Hear what I'm saying. You can short. How much is Lingard going to go for? What are you saying?
35.
30.
35. No, because if he keeps playing the way he's playing, he might get Euros.
Yeah.
And then you could sell it off like he played in the World Cup semi-finals. He scored in the World Cup. England internationalists. You know, English players get that extra 10 million tax anyway.
Yeah. Cool. All right, let's round it to 40.
Let's say 30, 35.
No, banda. I'm gonna be unrealistic. Let's say 40. I'm just gonna round it up.
Say that.
Bearing in mind the people that are in charge of our transfers, you think they're going to sell Lingard for 40? No, you're having a laugh. Honestly.
Hopefully, let's just banter it. Let's say 40. Fuck it.
Right, pretend it's FIFA.
Cool.
Okay.
So
Right, cool.
who else is there? Who else gonna? Cool. Let me say.
Herrera.
Boy, he's on boom, you know.
Is Pereira still at the club, innit? He's on
He's
loan.
on loan, yeah.
I can show it for 20 squabs. So let's add that
I'd
20
sell him
squabs.
for a donut.
Jeez, even a packet of crisps.
I'm not even that donut.
Let's say 20.
Talking about crisps, yeah, I ain't even eating Walker's crisps. I'm boycotting the thing. McCoy's all the way from now on. I'm just saying.
Oh,
Let's say let's say let's say 20. Yeah, let's say 20 for
Right, so you've got 60 million.
All right, cool.
Okay.
60 million. Let's say, all right, cool. Who else can we sell? Let's look.
No one.
I bun that, man. Martial can sell Martial. All right, hear what I'm saying.
We're not selling.
Why?
Hear what I'm saying. Part exchange. Forget.
Why do you want
Lingard,
to
man.
sell Martial? Why?
All right, cool.
Cavani won't be here, you know.
Spice. Hear what I'm saying.
I'm here. All right, go.
Yeah, cool.
This is Beeks' hopes and dreams.
The opportunity, yeah. No, listen. Opportunity for this, yeah. Hear what I'm saying.
Go ahead.
So they gave you an opportunity. They said you could get Haaland, but we want Martial and cash. Are you taking it? Yes or no?
Yeah. You would take it, but we're not going to do
Right.
that.
So there you, Bob. You see what I did there? He was like, don't sell Martial. You see what I did there?
Well, if you give me a good player, yeah.
But I'm saying we're not going to sell Martial. We're not going to do it. It's not that I don't care either way as long as it's good for Man United. But
Okay, so you don't want to sell Martial.
I don't care what we do as long as it's for the benefit of the club.
No, Rick, answer the question. Don't give me some
Don't do this. Don't fence.
It's not fencing. It's just that I don't think we're going to sell Martial. I think
No, okay, I hear that, but I'm just
theatrically
going by,
speaking.
yeah, I'm just going by the new structure. Yeah, let's see the new structure. Yeah, go with this. Yeah. And they
This guy loves the new structure, you know.
Yeah, the new structure. We're gonna call it the institution. For those
The monarchy. The monarchy.
We're gonna call it the monarchy. The monarchy. Right, what they've done now, they've gone, all right, cool. They've gone to Dortmund. They go, all right, we want Haaland, but we can give you Martial and no, actually, sorry, it's the other way around. We've gone to them, we want Haaland in it, yeah, and then they've gone, all right, cool, we'll give you Haaland, but we want Martial and cash. Are you going to take it? Are you going to allow that to happen? Yes or no? Spicy said yes.
I already said yeah, fam. I was sold long time ago.
Do you know what I'd do? Yeah, I'd say we could probably sell De Gea and get 50 M's from someone.
But why do you want to sell De Gea? So why?
No, hear me out.
Ah, cool. But I don't know why.
Because I'm just saying, because in his contract, I think De Gea's got like 2 years left or something like that. I can't remember. But I'm just saying, if we've got Henderson there now, look, it's what Rachel said earlier. Rachel said, does it benefit the whole of the team and what other positions we need? So here what? If we're gonna get Haaland, we need to build up money, right? So we need to sell. So if we sell De Gea, we sell Lingard, that's 70. Chuck in Pereira, that's 90. And let's just say, I can't get rid of Martial, you know. Let me not lie to you.
Exactly.
No, I can't. I can't.
That's the random, you know. You can't get rid of one of the random, you know.
Okay. You just come up with funds. That means you don't have to sell. You don't have to sell Martial. That's cool. I'm just saying, if we can't come up with funds and the opportunity came and it said, all right, cool, we want Martial and cash. Are you going to do it?
Yeah, you would do it.
I'll go to the comments. What are you saying? People in
You
the
are.
comments.
I will do it, bro. I will do it.
You say it now with your chest. Are you taking it? Yes or no?
Do you know what? It's a tough one.
Yeah, look what I've done to people. You see, this is what the monarchy do, isn't it? You get me?
All they do is throw money at you and just make you just change your mind.
I see Jerry's in the cut. Jerry, are you taking cash and Martial?
That says sell matter. Someone says sell matter. How much are we getting from matter?
Listen, I couldn't even get you a meal deal in Tesco.
Matter's a
Right
pension,
now.
bro.
You know what I mean? A meal deal in Tesco right now from Matter. I'm telling you.
Matters on attendance allowance, bro. Pensioners get that state pension and them things there, bro. Like, yo,
it's not happening.
Nah,
do you know what I'm saying? I think. Do you know what? I think I say no.
To Haaland and Haaland cash for Martial.
See, I know.
You're trolling.
No,
I just need to know, innit?
It's a tough one. I'm not gonna lie. It's a tough one because
you see what I've done there. This is
know
why
what,
they call me.
This is
I'm the
FIFA, yeah?
PA for the
It's
monarchy,
solid.
by the way.
Do you know what FIFA? You know FIFA where you go, okay, we'll
Or you're
get
the
back to
Inquisitor.
you. Nah, we'll get back to you. We'll get back to you because, like, I don't know. It's because obviously you'd be like, yeah, I'll take Haaland, calm. But then it's like, it's not like Martial's whack. Do you know what
I'm
I'm
not
trying to
saying
say?
he's whack.
No,
I
he's
just
not
No, I know.
I think Martial is a great player. Yeah, I'm just saying. Yeah, you see what money does. You see what it does, bro.
Mm.
This is what happens. The opportunity is there, and everyone here has said yes. Bob's, even you have said yes. I know you have.
Haaland's a bad boy. Haaland's a bad boy. Okay, but I'd rather we just chuck the kitchen sink at Mbappe personally.
No.
But we don't.
Am I dreaming? Am I dreaming?
It's
You're
not
dreaming too
that.
much,
It's like
because we
it's not
need
a
to be doing
priority
something.
position for us to go for someone who's left wing / strike. He's more of an inside forward for me.
Who?
Mm.
Mbappe.
Mbappe.
You know
Yeah.
the good thing about Mbappe, he can play 3 positions up front. That's the great thing about Mbappe. He can play left, right, center. Simple as.
Okay. Do you know what? Right. Let's. We got 10 more minutes left in the cut. Yeah. I just want to briefly touch on AC Milan, and then I want to finish up on because obviously we've got the new structure.
Not what I'm saying, please.
The monarchy, the institution.
The institution.
Yeah. I think we've got to talk about potential new players coming in. Yeah. So let's touch on AC Milan. Okay. Shout out to Lambs in the cut. Apart from Bruno, Pogba, Rashford, arguably Tellers and Baye too, your goalkeepers Van de Beek too. Everyone else isn't good enough. I hear you, Lambs. I hear you. But just you concentrate on Chelsea, yeah? Try and make the top 4, sister.
Hey,
Okay?
hey.
But I do love you, Lambs. Big up. That's my sister right there.
Lambs,
That's Lambs. Yeah, I know. I don't want the smoke, bro. I don't want the
Lambs
smoke.
is gonna come for you. Lambs, my mouth is sealed. You get me? Shout out to you, Lambs.
But yo, AC Milan tomorrow, right? I'm actually gonna do a watch along for it. So don't know why, but I am. What are you guys thinking? Spice, what are you thinking?
Me, Milan.
Yeah.
Definitely. It's a win. It is a win, man. We're at home, innit? We're at home.
Yeah.
There's no Zlatan, you know. It's the Europa League. Oli might play a slightly weakened side, or he might play a strong side. But I'm confident that we can get that win against Milan, home and away. You know, Milan ain't the same team that they were before. I know they're doing okay in the league because they were at one point. I don't know if they're still first, but at one point they were first in the Serie A. It could be Juventus back on top. They got some couple of good players, but they're not the Milan that they were before. So definitely we should go there and get a win and not make it difficult for ourselves. At the same time, United, you don't know what United team can turn up tomorrow and play against Milan. But I have the confidence that we'll do a thing against Milan, man.
Do you know why Beeks is? Out of the picture now?
What, bro? What?
Because he told me when it comes to Europa League, he's not watching it.
You're not watching it? Come on.
Hear what I'm saying, yeah? Hear what I'm saying. And people understand what I'm saying. Okay. So basically, I just want to ask a few questions and then I'm just gonna leave. I'm just gonna say my piece. So last season, where did Manchester United finish?
We finished 3rd.
Okay. And what does that get us?
Well, a Champions League place.
Okay. So we're supposed to be in that competition.
Oh, yeah.
Why
Yeah,
are you
yeah,
some
yeah.
African parent right now? Asking you a question.
No. I just need to ask a question before I land. Yeah. So with that being said, okay, can we got knocked out of the Champions League, correct?
Correct.
Okay, cool. And we've ended up playing Europa League.
Correct.
Okay. Cool. For that reason, I didn't sign up for Europa League because all I knew was Champions League. I thought we were going to be Champions League. Yeah, we're going to do what we got to do. Unfortunately, we got knocked out. That's down to Oli. You understand what I'm saying? That one is actually down to Oli. For that reason, as a fan, I'm not really entitled to be watching Europa League. I have a choice to watch it. Yeah, I have a choice to. I believe if we go to maybe the semi-finals, maybe then I'll if I feel like it, I'll tune in. As for now, I don't need to put myself in stress. I feel like I can do something productive with my Thursday nights. I don't really want to be watching football on Thursday nights. I want to be watching Tuesday and Wednesdays, like what's on right now.
Oh, you can. So we're there, right? Are you
What?
watching us beat AC Milan, and are we beating them?
No, that's for you to decide. I don't really. Whatever happens, happens. It's up. Honestly, it's up to Manchester United. As far as I'm
the
concerned,
thing is, I'll give him this, yeah, because see when we got into Europa League, yeah, me and Beeks speak like every day, right? And he said to me, he's like, "Bro, do you think I'm watching Europa League? You're mad. I'm making plans from now on, bro." So he's staying consistent.
Ask Bob's what I'm doing tomorrow at 7:00, and that game.
It's at 5:15, bro. 7:00. That's someone else.
Is that 5? Is that 5:55?
I have to rush. I have to rush from work just for this.
Exactly. It's at 5:55. So when did the game finish?
It should finish around 7, just about 7.
7, half 7.
It'll be half. No,
Half 7.
It starts at around 6.
6. Yeah.
Probably like quarter to 8.
Quarter to 8. Cool. During that time, I'm doing something else. Calm. I'm not watching games. Catch me on Beeks Corner. It is what it is.
Beeks, you did sign up to be a Man United fan, so you have to
I
be
did, but
behind.
You know,
you have to back your club. Back your club. Back your manager.
I signed up for Champions League, not Europa.
You signed up to be a Manchester United fan, and wherever they are, you follow. Simple.
I'm following.
Wait, what are you saying? AC Milan, European, in back in the day, this would be a Champions League tie. We all know what happened when we played them. You know, both fixtures. You know, they ruined us, but we beat them. I mean, what's happening tomorrow? What are you seeing?
I don't know
it's
what the injuries are.
5:55 though.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
Raw.
5:55.
Look how I work from home, man. Real talk. What story, Rach? Carry on.
I think it depends on who we get to play tomorrow. I think we've got quite a few injuries, haven't we?
Do we?
Yeah, Rashford's out.
Oh yes.
Yeah, no Rashford, no Donny, obviously no Pogba.
That no Donny one, you don't
Cavani.
even need to say because he was never going to play.
No, I know, but in European games, I would have liked to have seen more of Donny,
Mm-hmm.
even if because what's happening now is that our squad is being stripped bare, and they're playing every single game, and it's really bad for us.
I think Donny starts.
Yeah, but he's not fit.
I
So at
think
least he's an option.
too.
At least he would be an option. But in terms of AC Milan, I like a couple of their midfielders. A big fan of Banaka. I think he's a very good midfielder.
We are linked to one of their players, right? Who's apparently might leave on a free transfer.
Tonali's on loan to them, I believe.
Tonali's a good player.
He is a good player, yeah.
Were we not looking at Tonali? Well, I mean,
Yeah, but he wants to
we're
stay in
not
Italy,
linked with
doesn't
him.
he? Yeah.
All right, cool. So anyway, for the people that are watching, that means we all want Man United to win. We're just a bit disappointed that it's on a Thursday night. And Lambs, I see you in the car.
Tell Lambs to chill.
Yeah, I know.
That's really hurting me. That's why I don't want to. Them times there. Look at what they're doing to us, man. 5:55, bro.
5:55. Rush hour times, you know. Rush hour times they're giving us, you know.
Aye. It's peak. But listen, guys, I mean, a few minutes left. Yeah. Spice, new structure. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even think about that anymore.
Transfer targets. Realistically, are we signing a serious senior player, or are we just going to be advancing the kids?
Listen,
because the academy right now,
yeah,
is popping. Do you know what I mean? The academy is popping right now, but this ain't 1992 with Fergie in them, man. So,
oh no.
So yeah, what are you saying?
Obviously, listen, yeah, I keep saying before, like any player that we're linked with, I don't believe anything because of last season's summer window deadline.
Right?
Like that day told me everything I need to know. This was a club that said that was going to go and sign Haaland, and deadline day you go and give us nonsense. But yeah, I'm hoping that the club just signs a solid centre back and centre DM. They will get someone. I'm confident they will get someone because we've got a new structure, guys. We're becoming incompetent. No, not incompetent. Competent now because we've got a new structure. So I'm hoping that they will bring in someone of elite level, not mediocre, not just a good defender or a good holding midfielder or a good winger. Elite level is what we need right now. Someone that can keep the ball. You know, I would preferably would like us to get a holding midfielder, centre back, and also a right wing because boy, that right
those
wing
positions,
position, yeah.
Spice, those positions. Name me the players you want in those positions.
I would love to get someone like a Varane, Upper Meccano, or probably or what's his name? What's Koulibaly? A holding midfielder. I'd just like to get either Ndidi, man. Even Declan, like if we're gonna go British, Declan, you know. I'd like to get Tonali as well. He's an excellent player. Right wing can only be Sancho, bro.
Rach, before I come to you, yeah, I think, or just on spice on what you say, yeah, I think the new structure, okay, I think we will, obviously, we've got no choice, but we will give it a go and we'll see what happens. I think it'll be interesting who we get linked with in the next few months. Because if we are going to go for Premiership players, I want to see the top ones. I want to see Declan Rice, even though I know with Ndidi,
I want Ndidi more than Declan Rice.
Yeah, I know, but you know what? Yeah, I've got an argument for that, but we'll have it next week. Yeah, I think that if you're going to get Ndidi, they shagged us 85 million for Maguire. Do you know what I mean? So all I'm going to say is we are going to look to play similar or more, right? So you've got like the likes of Basuma. I know people might say like no, but I'm just saying he can still play. Okay, right winger Jadon Sancho. I think if you can get the best, just go get the best. I believe in the group chat we said Leon Bailey. Didn't we not? Yeah. And then I mean centre back wise, I saw it today. Hold tight, Pastor Benji. It's his birthday. He was saying Varane said he's leaving, but we've seen this before, right? We've seen this before, Rachel. We've seen all this before. We get linked with so many good players, and then we don't really sign anyone. So, I mean, who are you wanting?
What, as a centre back? Or just centre backs are difficult because for me it would be Varane if we could get him. I don't believe in this Koundé hype at all.
Yeah, please let's not do that.
I'm not impressed by him.
Where did that come from, guys? Where did that come from? I woke up. I read Man United looking at. I'm like, who is this brother? Like, what?
I think one YouTube streamer spoke about him, and everyone sort of jumped on the hype.
Was it you, Beeks?
It's your fault.
He's not even talking. He's not even responding. Like that's how peak it is. He knows it's him. He's trying to
sabotage us. That's what he's trying to do.
I'm the PA of the monarchy, so I can't.
Go on, Rich. Go on.
I don't even remember what I was saying.
No, you started off with Varane, isn't it?
Centre backs is hard, obviously, to acquire. You said Varane.
Yeah, defensive mid. I'd want Declan Rice. I think he brings more than Ndidi personally. I think he's a much more consistent passer. You put Ndidi into the midfield with McTominay or Fred. I know Pogba would be a great option, but Pogba's starting to pick up injuries in key parts of the season, so he's not as reliable as he would have been a few years ago. I don't know. I think Declan Rice can play as a centre back as well. I was told by one of my friends who's a West Ham supporter that he used to play centre back. He started as a centre back. And
pushed him forward.
Yeah, so even in that situation, he gives us defensive cover, so we didn't end up getting sort of like two centre backs, which is like the miracle. Yeah. And then as a central defensive midfielder, I think he's actually a very good one. I think he's got great passing range, he's aggressive, and he's smart. So like with McFred, they do this thing which really bugs me, where they let players get the ball and then they close them down.
Does it bug you or does it piss you off?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
Bug means like an itch. Do you know what I mean? But piss you off. It's like true. Every time.
Yeah, they let players get the ball and then they close them down. Whereas Declan Rice stops the ball from going to the threat. I would rather have a midfielder like that. Do you know what I mean? Someone who knows which areas to sort of be in and where to intercept the ball. That's why I like Declan Rice. So I think he'll be a very good defensive midfielder for us.
So obviously with the PA of the monarchy, just to wrap up.
If you can comment on this, if he's allowed to.
I know. Are you allowed to comment on this?
Yeah, I spoke to the people in charge. They're all right.
Final question, okay? And just to conclude, we've heard the players that Spicer said. You've heard what I've said, yeah. Shout out to Jerry. He said Basuma. I said the same. We've heard what Rach said. Who are you bringing to this team to make us let's not say win the league, okay? To compete to win the league.
Obviously, right wing, Jadon Sancho. Defensive mid, Basuma or Rice, preferably Basuma. So I just think you can get someone of his caliber on a cheaper, and it will benefit Man United.
Why are you speaking like a politician? I've heard you speak a lot faster. Are you reading off a piece of paper or something?
He's instructed, fam. You know them, like when you work for the institution, you're puppet, fam.
I have to feel like this because they're gonna get onto me. And in defense, Pau Torres. I've said about Pau Torres. I think
From day.
He's a great defender, and everyone's always talking
strong
about
left foot.
He's strong. His aerial ability. Honestly, guys, have a watch of Pau Torres. Honestly, very very good defender. I think if you get those 3 players there, you can compete. That's how I see it.
And a good coach.
And a good coach.
I'm not saying Oli. I'm just saying a good coach. Whether you want to take it as Oli or the coach,
it could be Oli. Maybe one day he can wake up. God bless him with a new mind, bro. You don't know, man. Don't know.
Listen. Oli's already came out and said he doesn't coach.
He doesn't coach the team.
So I was a bit shocked when I heard that. I was like,
he's old school, isn't he? Because Fergie never coached
he's
the team
old
either.
school. He always tries to copy. Well, not say copy, but like use Fergie as a template, which I get. That's why I did a question. So we've got Michael Carrick there, who's just finished playing. Kieran McKenna that was doing it with the youth people, and we've got McPhelan that's came back. So it's like, what are the guys really doing in training? But listen, I'm going to leave it there, everyone. Thank you so much. First episode of the United Podcast. Myself, Spice, Beeks, and our avocado, aka Rachel. Thank you for joining in. Every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Please look, the Twitter handles are all there, guys. Hit us up. Peace and love to you all. Thank you.